Okay, all right, so this is what we're going to do here. We're going to use microscopes, okay? I have sheep blood here, okay? Now, this is not stained, so when you look at the blood itself, they're not going to look like red to you, even though this is red itself. When you look at the actual red blood cells on here, you're going to see them almost like a clear color. They need a special stain for that. We're not going to deal with that, but you can see the red blood cells in there. They just won't be red. What you're going to do is you're going to put, this is your slide, you put a drop of blood on here, right? And all you need is one drop. Don't get too, I want to look at more. The more you put on it, the thicker it is and you won't be able to see it. So just one drop is all you need to do. And what you're going to do is I have cover slips here. So if this is a side view, and your drop of blood is over here, okay? These cover slips, and be careful with these. These are, I think they're plastic, but they're very pointy and thin, so you can cut yourself with this. But the cover slips are square, the slides are rectangle. And what you're going to do is you're going to put the cover slip, once you get the blood on here, and do this at your desk, put the cover slip and touch it right to the end over here, and then just drop it down. Okay? What'll happen is that the cover slip itself is going to milk that blood so that it actually covers the whole area here. Okay? So it makes it really thin. Probably won't even be red anymore. Okay? Then what you're going to do is you're going to look under a microscope. And you're going to have to get really close. So again, the mechanisms or the instructions I gave you the other day, you're going to go from low magnification to high magnification. You're going to have to go up to 1,000 power, which means you're going to have to use oil immersion. Okay? If you need help, I'll help you with this, but oil immersion so you can see what's going on. Once you see it, okay, once you see, and like I said, they're going to be like black dots or they're going to be clear areas. You'll see them. When you see them, you'll be able to see them. Once you see that, now you're ready to do the experiment. One person looks at this and they look at these little clear cells. These are the red blood cells. Okay? And I have two solutions here. I have, you got to understand the concentration that's inside the red blood cell, you might want to jot this down, is 0.9% sodium chloride. So it's not quite 1%. And it's not 0%. There is a concentration in there. So anything, if we put this into a solution that's going to be more than 0.9%, is that a hypertonic or a hypotonic? I'm putting the red blood cell into, if I put a red blood cell into a solution that is, let's say, 20% sodium chloride, is this hypertonic or hypotonic? Hyper, right? If I put it in a solution that's 0.5% sodium chloride, hypo, right? It's less than this. Even if I use distilled water, is 0.000% sodium chloride, i.e. distilled water, is this a hypotonic solution or a hypertonic solution? Hypo. Does that make sense? Because it's still less than 0.9%. Does that make sense? Now we're going to use, I have two things here. I have something that's 20% sodium chloride, and I have another one that is distilled water. So you have a hypertonic solution and a hypotonic solution. What you're going to do is one person is going to look at those red blood cells, and you got to stare at them while the other person is going to, because this is going to happen very fast. You're going to put a couple drops, not much, a couple drops of, let's say, the 20% sodium chloride, and you're going to put it 2 or 3 drops in this area right here. It'll be able to get underneath that cover slip, and it's going to spread across here. All right? When you're looking at it, try not to look at it very close here. You want to try and look at this section here, because it's going to go really fast. All you need is like 1 or 2 drops. Don't put too much, because it's going to go really fast. You're not going to see a change. And what will happen is, if you put a 20% solution into these red blood cells, then it's, I don't want to, we've already talked about it, but they're either going to get bigger, they may even lyse, or they may shrivel. And you're not going to see it if you're just watching your partner put it in there and then you take a look. It goes too fast. You just missed it. Does that make sense? Okay? Once you do that, then you can have your partner do the same thing, or whatever you want to do. I'll get a beaker here so you can throw these slides in. Do the whole thing over again, but do the other one, and see what that does. Does that make sense? Yeah.